Well, well. What a glittering assemblage, King Stefan.
I really felt quite distressed at not receiving an invitation.
You're not welcome here.
Oh, dear. What an awkward situation.
Ooh, wow.
Awkward.
That was a clip from Maleficent, one of this weekend's new movie releases.
Does Angelina Jolie's take on the character warrant a trip to the movie theater? Here to tell us is our resident movie critic, Will Loper.
Hello, hello.
Hi.
Hey.
Well, you know, Maleficent, it does have a few ugly spots, but I ended up liking it overall. So the movie does a little cinematic revisionist history. It takes Disney's Sleeping Beauty, saying, hey, Maleficent wasn't that bad after all. She just got her heart broken by the king, and in the heat of the moment, puts an unbreakable curse on his daughter so that she'll fall into an eternal sleep when she's 16. It happens, you know? But, you know, this is one of my favorite aspects of the movie. Realistic characters are never just straight up evil or just completely good. You know, there's gray areas. People do bad things, but they have their motivations. And this movie shows that side of human nature. Now, this movie is way too dark and violent for children, despite being made by Disney, so maybe keep that in mind. Older kids, more mature, even maybe teens.
Teenagers, maybe, yeah.
But there are also some parts of the movie that are also overly cutesy, so the tones clash at times, doesn't quite work. Some of the morals of the movie are dark as well. Often the movie seems to be saying the only way to deal with hurt and violence is to also use violence in return and or swirly green magic spells.
Yeah. Not a good message.
I like the swirly green magic spells. All right, so what'd you rate this one?
All right, so I'm giving this, we're going with an M theme here. Fairy CGI, measly. Terrible. Dragon CGI was magical, though. Very nice. Pointy cheekbones, that was the star of the movie. Magnificent. So we're giving this 3 original Maleficents out of 5.
Yeah, those cheekbones were pretty,
They could kill someone.
Yes, they
were
could.
nice, yeah.
Be careful.
Right.
Special effects looked pretty good, too.
They were, yeah. It was a joy to look at.
Okay, so what's up next?
Next, we had A Million Ways to Die in the West. Now, if you told me last week what movie would I would like this weekend the most, I would have said A Million Ways to Die in the West, and I would have been wrong. Seth MacFarlane directs, co-writes, and acts in this Western comedy, but it could have used a few more rewrites. He plays a man completely out of his element in the violent West, and when he falls in love with Charlize Theron, who is secretly married to the baddest outlaw in the West, Clinch Leatherwood, played by Liam Neeson, problems arise. And I did laugh throughout, sometimes even a guffaw, but the scenes often last way too long, and the few laughs that are there, they don't justify the scene's tedious nature.
Wow.
The movie is also very raunchy, but we are talking about the creator of Family Guy and Ted, so that shouldn't be too much of a surprise. You know, and I feel like a movie can possibly get away with, you know, one fart joke if it's really cleverly done, but there are about 4 too many in this one, at least for me. And, you know, they were kind of things we'd already seen before.
Is it supposed to be a comedy, though?
It is, yes. It's definitely straight up comedy.
And just a few laugh-out-loud moments.
Yeah, I mean...
They're going back to the well one too many times, essentially.
Yeah, yeah. It was things we'd kind of seen already. There were things that were funny, and then times there was sort of like, all right, that was kind of a miss.
Okay, so what did you give this one?
All right, so this movie is all about mustaches. So mustache jokes, we get, you know, a pretty good-sized mustache. To the toilet jokes, a smaller mustache. Now, celebrity cameos were awesome. So a giant mustache that ends up only being 2 Gilbert Gottfrieds as Abraham Lincoln out of 5.
Yeah.
Not that great.
Not that great.
Okay, so what's on the agenda for this week?
This weekend, we got Edge of Tomorrow, Tom Cruise's new sci-fi movie coming out. I'm looking forward to this one.
Tom Cruise.
That looks like that might be interesting.
The man who never ages.
No, he doesn't.
Well, he lives in, you know, he lives in LA. Who knows what he's doing? I don't know about that.
Thank you.
Yep, thanks.
A final